Alrighty then, good morning. Where is my button? There it is. Boom. Hi, welcome. Salutations. I should probably close my door. My partner's still asleep. I shouldn't be yelling. She doesn't know I'm streaming. Guys, shh, don't tell her. Anyway, hi guys. How are we doing? What is happening to my Twitch chat? That's not my Twitch chat. That is something that requires refreshing. There we go. Much better, I think? There we go. Anyway, hi guys, welcome in. My name is Michael, I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and we are doing a Dag Reads. Dag Reads entails me reading a book. Specifically, the Pathfinder 2nd Edition Player Core 2 book, which we have been doing a big first read of to kind of acclimate ourselves to some of the new materials that are available to players in Pathfinder 2nd Edition Remastered. We've gone through a bunch of the classes already, and we are now on to the next set, which I'm very excited about, which are the Oracle and the Sorcerer. Now, the Sorcerer I know a lot of people are really looking forward to, so I cannot wait to dig my teeth into it. And the Oracle is one that I've personally quite enjoyed, because for me, the Oracle is kind of like a Sorcerer version of a Cleric. So, you know, like getting to actually see the two side by side, it makes for a great video, so I'm very, very keen. I also got asked a question in the in-between section as to whether or not I'm going to be doing a review video on the Player Core. And the answer is yes, I will be doing a review. I'm actually going to be doing a full review, not just on the Player Core 2, but the Player Core 1, the GM Core, and the Monster Core. So I'm going to be doing like kind of just a deep dive insight into the materials that are available, how to best digest it, and of course where you can and can't use it in your TTRPG adventure. So those videos will come out a little later on once I have definitely once I've come back, but you know, like once I've like properly finished digesting the Player Core with you guys and doing stuff. Mostly because it's just materials that I can you know, use in my future games, and just helps me acclimate and get better at being a GM. So there you go. A big shout out and good morning to all the people in chat. Let's give a quick shout out here. We got C Sharp coming in hot. Good day, mate. How you doing? We have the Crypt Walker. Nice to see you again. Welcome, welcome. OG Lava Kitten and Schooly Eye in the house. Always good to see representation from the Patreon table. And we have Cass coming in. Good day, Cass. How you doing? Nice to see you guys. Okay, it is also super bright. My eyes are kind of like, you know, burning, so I might switch to my my Hero Forge in a minute. But as always with the Dag Reads, there is no donation tier or anything like that. But if anyone wants to do some pre-show donations for the various games that I run, do feel free to. If you have any questions about what they might be, hey, also ask. That's kind of it. Pre-show donations get donated, and then there's a section in the Discord for you to put them up on. So, yeah. All right, the Oracle. Let's go over here. Move this over there so I can now see. There we go. Beautiful. Ooh, that's actually quite small. Let's. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Okay. So, oh no, I don't get migraines. I'll just need to sleep a lot. I have like my my travel blindfold, so it should be good. Let's get my thing over here. Brilliant. Getting my orange juice. All right. So we're starting with the Oracle. Now, like I said, very, very keen for the Oracle. One of the big things I think... My chat is blank. Why is my chat blank? My chat is blank. Why is it blank? Connecting. That is not working. Okay, hold on. 1 second. Did they... Oh, maybe that's... Did that... That'll work. No, it does this every once in a while. I'm not sure what it is. Okay, hold on 1 second. So if I refresh that. Copy the address. Paste the address. Refresh the browser. Yeah, but it doesn't seem to be doing stuff. There we go. Haha, fixed it. Okay, good. All right. Sweet. Nice. Okay, so where was I at? Yes, the Oracle. So the Oracle is definitely one of those ones that I've been super interested in. Between the prepared spellcasters and the spontaneous spellcasters, there's always the kind of notion that, you know, like there's a lot of bookkeeping with prepared spellcasters because when you cast your spells per day, you have to allocate that as a specific spell, meaning the number of charges is also dedicated by your spells per day. Whereas things like the Sorcerer and the Oracle, they were just, here is your spell list, you have X amount of casts per day, and this is the list you can choose from. Sorcerers and Wizards have, like the biggest difference between them is that Wizards have more versatility and Sorcerers have more charges to be able to cast in a day. But as time grew on, that difference began to shift very, very swiftly. And that's what we now see in the Oracle and the Sorcerer today. So I've always been a fan of spontaneous casting. I've always been a fan because it's simple, it's easy to teach, especially for people newly getting into spellcasting. And I'm hoping, at the very least, that that tradition continues onwards, that Oracles and Sorcerers are going to be the easy way to learn and understand spellcasting for these guys. So, yeah. I kind of also wish that there was a druid equivalent of a thing. So we had like occult, primal, divine, and arcane, spontaneous, and prepared casters. But that's just me. That's just, kind of what I feel is a, hey, this would be kind of cool. All right. Hey, Braun, good to see you. Welcome in. Let's see. Okay, there we go. I mean, I could always move a little bit closer to my microphone if that's okay. If that makes a bit of a difference. How's that? Is that better? I'm trying not to be too loud either. So, okay. All right. So let's start with the first one, the Oracle. Your conduit to divine power ensures the traditions. Sorry, let me try that again. Huh. Your conduit to divine power eschews the traditional channels of prayer and servitude. Instead, you glean sacred truths and great mysteries embodied in overarching concepts. Whether because you perceive the common ground across multiple deities, or circumvent their power entirely, you explore one of these mysteries and draw upon its power to cast miraculous spells. But that power comes with a terrible price. A curse that grows stronger the more you draw upon it, which you might uphold as an instrument of the divine, or view as a punishment from the gods. Love that one. Alright, so we have a charisma-based divine caster with 8 hit points, so that's pretty much straight across the board. We have trained in perception, expert in only will, so that's an interesting one. So, expert in only will. Well, OG, we're going to get into the curses in a little minute, but the previous one, you used to be able to choose a curse. It was bad, and then it would start to give you some bonuses based on it. Like, you were blind, but you eventually got, like, tremor sense in 10 foot, so you could see sort of around you. So, that's kind of how curses work. So, they're a detriment, but they give you some extra stuff. Let's see. So yeah, having only one strong saving throw, that's an interesting, that is an interesting thing, especially juxtaposed to the monk who has everything in expert. So will is your strongest one here. Trained automatically in religion, and one or more skills determined by your mystery. Okay, so that's cool. Then 3 plus your intelligence. So that's okay, that's cool. Trained in simple and unarmed, trained in light and unarmored, and then spells and yada yada yada. Okay, cool. So what I'd pretty much expect from a spellcaster. Yeah. Neat. Alright, once again, we have our table of progression. we're going to be ignoring a lot of the stuff that goes across the board. So as you know, we have like Ancestry, Attribute Boost, Skill Feats, General Feats. We ignore them, so, you know. Alright, so starting off with Oracle Spellcasting. You have an unfiltered connection to the great beyond, to the universe and planes beyond, and you can let this power spill forth in the form of divine magic. You're a spellcaster, and you can cast spells of the divine tradition using the cast spell activity. As an oracle, you cast spells. Your incantations may spill from your lips rapidly as you speak in tongues or in tones, in a voice not quite your own, and your gestures may be wild and unrestrained as religious ecstasy briefly touches your mind. Each day you can cast up to 2 first-level rank spells, and you must know the spells to cast them, and you learn them via your spell repertoire class feature. So we're going to have to read that. That'll be spell repertoire is what you know, and then you've got your spells per day. The number of spells you can cast each day is called your spell slots. As you increase in level of Oracle, your number of spells per day increases, as does your highest rank of spells, as shown on the spells per day list on the next page. Some of your spells require you to attempt a spell attack, and some of yours have DCs, blah blah blah. Basic spell casting. Okay. Heightened spell. When you get spell slots of 2nd rank and higher, you can fill these slots with stronger versions of lower rank spells. These increase the spell's rank, heightening them to match the spell slot. You must have a spell in your spell slot repertoire with a rank that you want to cast in order to heighten. So, this is a new mechanic in spellcasting for Pathfinder 2nd Edition, where even your lower level spells automatically scale with your leveling up, which I love. Because in other editions, eventually your 1st and 0 level spells just sort of fall off because you don't need to use them, whereas heightening spells constantly keep those spells relevant, keeping them scaling to damage, scaling to encounters, scaling and even in DCs and stuff like that. So, that's just basic stuff that, just is what it is. Cantrips, basically your level 0 spells that you can cast any number of times per day that don't take up your slots. So, there you go. Alright, then your spell repertoire. The collections of spells you can cast is called your spell repertoire. At 1st level, you learn 2 first-rank divine spells and 5 cantrips of your choice. You choose these from the common spells on your divine list or other divine spells of which you have access. You can cast any spell in your repertoire by using spell slots. Yep, easy. You add this spell repertoire as you increase in level. Each time you get a spell slot, see the Oracle spell list, you add a spell to your spell repertoire of the same rank. At 2nd level, you select another first. At 3rd level, you select a You select another 1st rank spell. At 3rd level, you select 2 2nd rank spells and so on. So 1, 2... Okay, so this is confusing. Let me read that again. Okay, you add to the spell repertoire as you increase in level. Each time you get a spell slot, you add a spell to your spell repertoire of the same rank. At 2nd level, you select another 1st rank spell. Okay, so at 2nd level, you have gained 1 1st level spell. So you would gain one rank 1. That makes sense. At 3rd level, you select 2 2nd rank spells. However, at 3rd level, you gain 3 2nd level things. I mean, I kind of understand what they're saying, but shouldn't it be 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3? Or is that just me? Unless they're just telling me that it's 1 and 2. But then what's this line here about whenever you gain a spell slot, you would gain another spell? Because here I'm gaining 3 spell slots. Interesting. Okay. I'm not sure what to make of that. I'm not sure what to make of that. Alright. When you add spells, you may add a higher rank version of the spell you already have. You can cast a heightened version of that spell, blah, blah, blah. Your spell slots and the spells in your repertoire are separate. If a feat or other ability adds spells to your repertoire, it wouldn't give you another spell slot, and vice versa. Okay, cool. Makes sense. Swapping spells, you gain new spells in your repertoire, you might want to replace them. Each time you gain a level, you can swap them. Yeah, so that's pretty much exactly what happened before. Right, okay, so it's more of the rhythm than actually... So whenever you gain spell slots... Yeah, but see, yeah, I think they've just worded that really, really badly, Crypt. I agree with you. I think that is what it is. I think it is supposed to be 1, 2, but I think they've just worded it badly. Much easier ways to say it. Yep, so 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Okay, cool. Alright, sweet. So there we go. So that is spells. The mysteries. Now this is the, again, like every single one of these classes seem to have like kind of a thing you have to specialize in. Fun fact, this was actually something they played around with in Starfinder First Edition when it comes to like specialities of different classes. The mysteries are how we specialize our Oracle. They represent each of the different divine things that we look at. It is an ideal or a concept. Now, one of the common things I get asked about with oracles is, does an oracle need to worship a god? Do they need to have the edicts and anathemas working the same way that a cleric does? The answer is no, they do not need to. Their gift of the divine comes from, well, basically 3 different perspectives in my mind. The first is you have been chosen by a god unwillingly, and the god is forcing their power on you because they have some sort of agenda involving you and having you with their power. The second is you are someone who is usurping power from something divine. You are doing your own research and your own kind of things, and somehow or another you are tapping into those divine energies for yourself, and the curse is kind of like a punishment sort of thing. The third, and this is the big one here, is the what I like to call the Priest, right? Now, the Priest is kind of like something... Well, it's an old remnants from D&D 3.5, where it's a cleric with no belief in the gods themselves. Like, I do not believe in the gods. I am not beholden to their edicts and anathemas and all that jazz. And instead, I believe that I can do this, without their help. And they're basically stripping or taking or stealing the power from divine sources themselves because they do not believe or they do not give a shit about the gods and all their nonsense. So that is what the mysteries come into, is what you are looking into over a god. What is it that you are pulling things into it and making it your own. So yeah. Hey, what's up, B-Town? Good to see you, my friend. How are you? What's going on? What's new in the world of B-Town? Okay. Honestly, conventions usually have some new books available. I know the player handbook will be available for a limited amount. Yeah. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not going to be rushing out for the new D&D book. Not because I don't want it, but because, quite honestly, I play so much Pathfinder. I'd have never no idea when I would even crack open that book. So that's just how it is. Pathfinder does have its own big old stall in the on the floor, and I know that the player core is going to be there. A lot of the remaster stuff is going to be there. You'll probably see me there from time to time. Honestly, but yeah, actually, you know what? If anyone wants to. Hey, go over to the stall and say, hey, I heard about Pathfinder 2nd edition from Dead Aussie Gamer. What can you tell me about it? And the guys there are just super friendly, crazy friendly, super supportive. And, if you have any questions, these are the guys to do it. Also, Eric Mona, who is one of the lead authors, is going to be there. So yeah, he is a sweet bean. I love Eric, and he's great. So yeah, there you go. Oh, so hyped to see you too, B-Town. But there you go. Okay, cool. Yeah, and the more you say my name, by the way, just saying, the more you say my name around the Paizo booth, the more I will thank you when I see you, right? Just saying, you know, if you go around just like, you know, waving a big Dead Aussie Gamer flag and being like, oh my god, did you hear about Paizo? I heard about it from the Dead Aussie Gamer. I don't know. Freaking, that's just how it is. All right. Oracle spells. All right, we have Ancestor, Battle, Bones, Cosmos, Flames, Life, Law, and Tempest. Cool. I think those are pretty much the same ones that they've had all the way around. They used to have Dark Tapestry as well, which was kind of like, what do you call it? Which was kind of like Cthulhu-y and stuff. So it doesn't look like they've got that in there anymore. But hey, let's find out what happens. Revelation spells. The power of your mystery manifests in the form of revelation spells. They are focus spells. So cool. So you've got another, much like the key abilities from the monk. You've got focus spells that'll like specifically target the stuff around your mysteries too. So cool. That seems pretty neat. You have a signature spell. Ooh. Yada yada yada. You can cast all lower ranks versions without knowing them separately when you start using a spell. Let's retrain. Let's see. Alright, cool. So yeah, your signature spell you can cast with your focus. Okay, so that's cool. Skill increase, ancestry fees, spell casting, yada yada yada. Mystery resolves. Yep, that's fine. Magical fortitude, divine access. Your mystery offers you strange access to a typically reserved, more conventional whisper. Choose one deity who grants your mystery. Add 3 cleric spells of your choice from that list. Okay, nice. So, yeah, basically, you get a bigger spell list at level 11, so that's cool. Major curse. Increase your curse bound, which I don't know what curse bound is yet, but we'll have to have a look over here in a moment. Ocular senses, yeah, weapon expertise, light armor, reflexes, yada yada yada, master spellcast, extreme curse. Your curse bound increases to 4. Wow, I don't even know what curse bound does, but we're gonna have to find out. Greater mystery resolve. Your will saves increased. Yep, legendary spellcaster. You now fully grasp the nature of divine power behind your mystery. Add 2 common 10th rank spells. Nice. You get a single 10th rank spell slot. You can cast it, yada yada yada. Okay, cool. So 10th level spells are like your big, like world-changing spells. So yeah, that'll be that one. Okay, here we go. So let's have a look at Curse Bound, because this is going to be an important feature of this. All taking champion with dedication feats with Dag. Yep, that's it. 100%. Gloomstalker Rangers got so ripped off in 5.24, and Wizards got that. Oracles are so cool though. Yeah, nice. Yeah. Honestly, from what I've seen, D&D 5.24 or whatever the fuck they're calling it, I think it's not going to change a thing. The thing I tell people all the time is whenever I look at a new system or an update or anything like that, I look at what it adds to the game. How much does it improve my actual gameplay? And the new stuff, it doesn't really do much. And worse to boot, there's like stuff that were problems in the original version that they just haven't fixed. So the jump isn't that big. It's not even as big a jump as 3.0 to 3.5 was. And I'm just kind of like, well, okay, you do you. I think no one's going to move from 5e because basically forcing people to go to 5e by buying D&D Beyond and then basically going, oh, guess we don't support those digital books no more. If you want to build characters using our character builder, then you're going to have to use all the new materials. I think if they end up doing that, they're going to burn a lot of bridges. That's just, my thoughts on it. They might not do it. Who knows? They might. Because, I mean, obviously there's no 3.5 builder. But I think people are going to... you're going to have people who just play 5e. Because you have people who play 3. You still have people still have people around playing AD&D, so that's not going to be a problem. Yeah, grumpy about Rangers, which made me want to switch to Pathfinder 2. Look, Rangers are fucking badass in this, and I will tell you this preemptively: a lot of the complaints about Rangers. Speaking of which, Jen plays a Ranger on my table. A lot of the complaints about Rangers is that they're basic, and I disagree with that because they do have a very good build that they follow, which is Hunter's Mark, precision shot, and then take your fire with 2 arrows and then do damage, right? But there are so many different things that you can also do to build and shape on that as well. You do not need to specialize in a bow and arrow. You can use blades, you can use some of your spells, you can have an animal companion. There's just so many that you can actually do, so many things you can do that do not just involve following that one straight recipe. Also, don't forget, you can also interact with the world around you. There's like a ton of different creative ways to use a ranger in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, which I just love. So, you know, yeah, it's a lot of fun. Okay, Cursebound. You'll see these key terms many times in the Oracle features. Cursebound. Abilities with this trait tighten your Oracle's curse's grasp on your soul in exchange for divine insights, giving you the Cursebound condition. See below. When you use a Cursebound ability, you become Cursebound 1, or if you're already Cursebound, you increase the value by 1. As Cursebound abilities are directly linked to your Oracle Curse, you cannot use a Cursebound ability if you don't have an Ocular Curse, or if you're already at your maximum Cursebound value. You can't mitigate or bypass the drawbacks of any Cursebound ability with spells or other effects, and the effects of any Cursebound ability ends when you refocus and remove the Cursebound condition. Okay, real quick, it does say that it's on the previous page. Did I miss? Oh, I missed Oracular Curses. I totally did. I don't know why I missed it. I don't know how I missed it, but I did. Alright. Oracle Curses. Actually, let's find out what the condition does, because that's going to give us some good insight into how that's going to play in. Okay, so, Fortune and Misfortune, we know this is your equivalent of your luck bonuses and the like. Spell shape. Actions with the spell shape tweak the properties of your spell. Cool, so you can, like, make them, like, turn a line into a cone, that kind of thing. Alright. Cursebound condition. Your Ocular Curse is constricting around you as you receive divine punishment after drawing too deep on your mystery's powers. Cursebound is a condition that affects only creatures with the Ocular Curse. And Cursebound always increases and includes value. Your specific Ocular Curse imposes unique negatives depending on your Cursebound value. You can remove the Cursebound condition only by refocusing. Okay. So straight away, I kind of like this because it progresses. The more you use your power, the more your curse affects you. So that feels cursed. The previous edition, it was just, here's a condition you have, and it's just yours forever. You have a low move speed, or you have the ability to see, or you are constantly making saves against things being flung at you. There's always something that just happened, whereas for this, I like the fact that it's like, hey, if you use this ability, you're going to increase the strength of the curse, and as you increase the strength of the curse, it's going to get worse and worse for you. That's pretty cool. I love that. That's very dynamic. That seems very fun. I'm in for it. So, Oracular Curse. As an oracle, you can tap into the pure, unmitigated divine powers of creation to supplement your spellcasting via Cursebound abilities. These abilities grant you special benefits, but the backlash of getting these powers into your mortal body manifests as an Ocular Curse. Sorry, I keep saying ocular. It's oracular. The more Cursebound abilities you use, the more the curse worsens, but you might gain divine benefits as it tightens its grip around your soul. Your Oracular Curse is expressed using the Cursebound condition. Yep, we've been over that. At lower levels, you can tolerate a moderate amount of divine power, and your Cursebound condition can't be increased beyond Cursebound 2. As you grow in level, you can open yourself up to more power and more of a Cursebound condition to 3 and then finally 4. Once saturated in divine power, your soul can't absorb anymore, so you can't use Cursebound abilities when you're already at your maximum. Your Oracular Curse lists specific yada yada yada. As your curse is a direct result of your divine power, you can't make yada yada yada. Cleanse, affliction, and other similar things do not remove your curse. Cool. At first level, you gain a Cursebound Oracle feat, determined by your mystery, and then learn that. Yeah, okay, cool. So basically, your mystery is going to tie into your curse now, I think. So that's pretty rad. Okay, okay. Alright. So, let's have a look at the mysteries. Okay, yeah. So every mystery now has a curse. So you don't actually have to choose a curse of your own now. So that's cool. Alright, first mystery. Here we go. This is our ancestor mystery. The voices of generation past speak to you, and you hear their words. You might resent the constant interruptions, or you might revere the spirits who came before you. Perhaps you hail from a culture with a strong ancestral tradition, such as the Shoanti Skoankwa, the Skull Clan, a traditional dwarven community that worships Torag's family patron, or a group that reveres Eristil or Pharasma. You might commune with powerful psychopomps who shepherd souls into the afterlife with the River of Souls itself, or one whose spirit has become trapped outside the great cycle of rebirth. You learn from their whispers and the fragments of their memories, but open your mind to their knowledge and experience, also allowing them to meddle in your affairs. It's Grandpa! Yeah, we've done that one. Yeah, Grandpa in your ear. Hey, what? What, Sonny? Oh, I remember when I used to be an adventurer. Oh, those were the days. Yeah, I remember Grandpa. I like Grandpa. Jeez, it's the fuzz. Okay, cool. So you get some granted spells. You get Guidance, Ill Omen, Ghostly Carrier, and Dreaming Potential. Your Revelation spells, which are these spells that you get. Oh! Alright, hang on, I'm with it now. So you know how you gain 3 spell slots, but you only acquire 2? That is because you gain granted spells. Maybe. That's maybe what I'm... No, never mind. Ignore me. No, that's not it. That's not it. Ignore that. Revelation spells. So these are your focus spells. Cool. Related domains. Death, duty, family, soul. Your mystery skill is in society, and your oracle feat is Whisper of Weakness. Interesting. Okay, cool. Curse of Meddling. Curse of Ancestral Meddling. The ancestral spirits you commune with will haunt you and meddle with your belongings and actions, either out of well-intention, but ultimately detrimental, attempt to assist you, or as punishment for your audacity in circumventing the traditional means of achieving divine power for their own amusement, or a mixture of the two. When you have the curse-bound condition, you are clumsy, with a value equal to your curse-bound value, as the spirits of your ancestors temporarily possess you and vie for controlling your mind and hinder your movements. Okay, not bad. Okay, so that's not bad. That's a whole thing too. Ah, who's messaging me? Oh, it's Reyna. Hi, Reyna. What's up? I saw a post about when you play D&D and you used to be in a romance with someone, but now it's a new campaign. Ah, fuck you. Fucking Reyna. Yeah, no, Reyna's sending me a meme of Gamora and Peter Quill in that moment at the end. It's like, I bet we were fun, like you wouldn't believe. And I'm just like, she's like, I saw this post about when you played D&D and used to be in a romance with someone, but now it's a new campaign, you have different characters. I'm like, god damn it, freaking Reyna. My heart hurts. Aww. My heart hurts too, Reyna. Yep, I miss that. That's yep. They were so good. Okay, cool. See, I can't say no to people. People just message me on Discord and I have to respond to them. It was just also 5 messages at once, and I was just like, what? Oh my god, something's happening. Okay. So let's go back. Curse of Meddling. So Curse of Ancestral Meddling, that was something that was in the previous edition, but now I feel like it is much more streamlined. The idea that you now gain Clumsy as a condition equal to your Curse Bound. The more you kind of like focus on that, like your extra powers and stuff like that, the more clumsy you get because something is like tugging and pulling on you. I do dig that. I do dig that a lot. Okay. I don't see any, like, I mean, thinking about it, I'm like, it's hard to, like, measure if it's going to be any good. I don't know how detrimental that curse is going to be because, I mean, technically speaking, you are playing a spellcaster for the most part, right? Like, you do cast your spells and things. And Clumsy gives you a physical detriment. Here we go. Which is a penalty to all dexterity-based checks, such as your AC, your reflex, your attack rolls, your stealth, your acrobatics, and your thievery. Which, I guess, if you are, you know, like, it makes you an easier target, I guess. So, yeah. Interesting. It's an interesting one there. Alright. Next up is battle! Warlike forces fill you with physical might and tactical knowledge, aiming to have you uphold the glory of combat, fight to improve the world, or prepare against the necessity of conflict, or endure the inevitability of war. You might draw upon deities such as Gorum, Iomedae, Rovagog, and the Horseman of War, Suzuriel, the Queen of the Night, Aethieth, the Varundi god Diomazul, and others. You might find your powers in the unending conflict between the armies of heaven and hell, the elemental planes, the outer gods, or even a collective spirit who fought for wars of the ages. This sounds like a celebrity trying to name drop. You might call upon deities such as Gorum, Iomedae, Rovagog, the Horseman of War, Suzuriel, the Queen of the Night, Aethieth, the Varundi god, Diomazul. You know, like it's too many. You're just a couple, you know, such as Gorum, Iomedae, or Rovagog, and you know. But I know why they did the Gorum and the Horseman of War, because I don't know if this is a spoiler. This is not really a spoiler. This is kind of big news. Big news time, people! Paizo, Pathfinder, the canon campaign setting, killed a god. Gorum is dead. That's right, he died. If you are not playing, well, pretty much from Gen Con, I think, or somewhere around now-ish, Gorum, the god of war, is considered to be dead. They have just released the module, which is called... I have it here, it is here, and I have read it somewhat, and I'm actually ready to play it too. It's a level 14 adventure, called... Hey, Dalek, good to see ya. How are you bloody legend, you? Pathfinder Adventures. I think it's a standalone adventure. Yeah, there we go. It is called... Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's... No, it is there. No, they just haven't listed it. Okay, fine, whatever. Here we go. It is called... Sorry, it's being very difficult. Pray for Death. That is the one. Pathfinder. Just trying to get a picture for you guys. There we go. There we go. All right. So, for those of you who don't know, Pray for Death has just been launched, coming out pretty much this month. So, if you do want to play the mission where you actually get to go and kill Gorum on behalf of the Red Mantis Assassins, then you can buy this book and check it out. I've read through it. It is a pretty epic it's a pretty epic adventure. I will give you guys a heads up. I give you a heads up. You are responsible for Gorham's death, but you do not land the killing blow. I mean, again, you are still mortals. Killing a god is pretty up there. But it is a very cool adventure, a very, very fun adventure. And yeah, who knows? Maybe we'll run it at some point. But yeah, Pray for Death. Level 14 to 18 adventure, which is pretty high up there. And I love the story. The story is so poetic and amazing and awesome. And yay. But that is also a precursor to the new saga that is coming out from Paizo after Gen Con, known as God's Reign, which is where Gorham is spreading blood and war all across the world. And rumor has it that Cezuriel, the Horseman of War, is going to take up the mantle of the God of War. So, you know, yeah, we'll see how it is. Which kind of makes me want, like, Charon, the ferryman, who is currently the Horseman of Death, to take over for Pharasma, and Plague and Pestilence to take over, you know, Urgathoa. It's just, I like symmetry. That's just my brain. All right. Back to battle. That's what we're talking about. All right, granted spells. Shield, Sure Strike, Telekinetic Maneuver, Weapon Storm. Great spells. Revelation spells, Weapon Trance, and Battlefield Persistence, and Revel in Retribution. This actually seems like it's going to turn a Oracle into a beast of a fucking thing. Related domains are Destruction, Might, Protection, and Zeal. Mystery is Athletics, and you get Oracular Warning. So probably a boost to initiative, if I had to guess. OG, maybe. Who knows? Who knows what'll happen? No one knows. Alright. Curse of the Mortal Warrior. Curse of the Mortal Warrior. You thrive in the thick of battle, but your mystery's sheer focus on physical and material leaves your soul weak against the tricks of spellcraft. You smell faintly of steel and blood no matter how much you try to remove or mask the scent. You appear more imposing and muscular than you actually are, and you hear the faint clash and clamor of armor of battle in the distance at all times. Cursebound 1. Spells have an easier time against hitting. You gain weakness 2 to any damage dealt by a spell. Any immunity and any immunities or resistances you have to spells is suppressed. This applies to spells and not magic abilities. Okay. Cursebound 2, you gain a -1 on saving throws. Cursebound 3, your weakness to spells is equal to your level. Oof! Cursebound 4, your status penalty to saving throws against your spells increases to -2. Whoa! Fuck that. Yeah, that's pretty bad. If you end up with fighting spellcasters, you're fucked. A negative to your saving throws, and then extra weakness against spells that potentially is equal to your level? That's pretty rough. That's super rough. I think the spells and the revelations are a good trade-off, though, because you are quite good at battle from that point. So, yeah. Interesting. Interesting as well. That was a 5e game though. Not sure I could hang at a level 14 Pathfinder. Yeah, you could. Just straight up, you can. It's easy. Horsemen of the next gen of Gods Rising. Then maybe. I hope so. I like the Horsemen, because there's the Horsemen of the Apocalypse are this 3-headed oily jackal creature, which is really cool. He's Famine. A really big muscle-bound brute with a ram skull for pestilence. Cezuriel, the fallen angel, with bright red wings, tears of like blood, and a blade that's like fucking nasty as shit. And then the ferryman, Kion, who is, you know, this enigmatic figure with this huge wide-brimmed hat. You know, I love these characters. Like, in regards to like the daemons, demons, and devils, the daemons all represent a means of death. You know, like someone would die from time, so you'd have the Thanadaemons. From disease, you would have the Leucodaemons. You know, so you've got the like drowning, the Hydrodaemons. You know, and you have like all the different daemons associated with death, and they all then follow into servitude of a different horseman. I like that hierarchy. It's a really cool and very, very well put together one. It is one of my favorites, hands down. Them and the Sakil, which are the fear creatures. So, you know, because they kind of follow the same sort of thing. Okay. Bones. Dem bones, dem dry bones. Alright. Your mystery imparts the understanding of death and undeath in all its macabre complexity. You might have a brush with death yourself, or maybe be dying and returning to life, or carry the touch of undeath in your blood. If you commune with deities, you speak with guardians of death like Pharasma and Psychopomps, ushers, the most powerful creatures of the souls of the afterlife, bringers of death like the mantis god Akachek or the horseman of the apocalypse Kion, or a herald of undeath such as Urgathoa. Granted spells: Void Warp, Grim Tentacles, Ghostly Weapon, False Vitality. Okay, cool. Some decent ones there for Necromancy. Revelation spells: Soul Siphon, Armor of Bones, Claim Undead. Interesting. Yeah, okay, cool. Revelations are, related domains are Death, Decay, Undead, Vigil. Makes sense. Mystery is Medicine. Cool. Oracle of Feet is Nudge the Scales. I think Nudge the Scales was that one that if you like miss or hit something by one, you can just kind of nudge it and like, you know, make things in your favor. So that's kind of cool. Like that. Curse of the Living Death. Okay, I like this. Let's take a read of this. Your body is slowly decaying even though you're alive. Using the power furthers this unnatural living death, making you susceptible to both void and vitality damage. You carry a touch of the grave about you, manifesting a bloodless pallor, a faint smell of earth, and a deathly cold skin. You gain weakness to... Okay, so it's the same sort of weaknesses, except the weaknesses are to vitality and void damage, and you can be hurt by both. You take a negative to your fortitude saves. Your weakness to vitality and void is equal to 5 plus your level. Dang, that's actually stronger than the... let me just check here. Yeah, that's worse than the Curse of the Immortal. But then again, I suppose void and vitality damage are very specific, so 5 plus makes perfect sense. Hey, no worries. Bye, Schooly Eye. Oh, one last thing. I am super happy that they included her in this, because the sample Oracle, this was actually the original iconic Oracle from Pathfinder 1st Edition. So I'm glad they included her. I really liked her design. I thought she was fucking awesome. So, you know, props for that. Actually, give me a second. I just want to have a quick look at the Alchemist. Just want to have a quick look at the Alchemist here. Here we go. And I want to see, did they... Because, I mean, Fumbus is the new iconic. Did they include the old one? No. No, it's not him. No. Ah, okay. Well, fuck that guy, right? That's sad. I did like him, though. Oops, I skipped past a little too quickly. Alright, here we go. Alright. Yeah, she is really neat. Okay. So as far as the bones go, bones make sense. Bones seem really good. Don't piss off paladins. I think it's pretty much the walk away on that one. Cosmos. Celestial bodies, great and small, exert influence on you, giving you sublime cosmic powers. Perhaps you see the glittering stars as a divine blessing, or perhaps you feel drawn to the infinitely dark spaces between. You might feel you can uphold deities like Desna, Sanrei, or the deific lovers of Shizuru and Tsukiyo, who represent the sun and moon. Or you might draw your powers from the dark entities beyond the stars, like certain outer gods, or destructive gods like of the night, like Zonkuthon and the rat goddess Lao Shupol. Okay, interesting. So it seems like the dark tapestry stuff I was mentioning earlier on got combined with the Cosmos one. Don't mind that. Don't mind that at all. Granted spells: Dizzying Colors, Darkness, Moon Frenzy, and Light. Okay, cool. Revelation spells: Spray of Stars, Interstellar Void, and Moonlight Bridge. Cool. Very, very, I like it. It's very, very, it's evoking a lot of imagery. Darkness, Moon, Nothing, and Stars as far as your domains go. Mystery, Skill is Nature, and you get Oracular Warning, which is the same one that one of the other ones get. The Curse of Skycall. All right. Hey, Matty Holmes. Good to see you. How are you? Hope you've been well. Okay, let's see. Your body is drawn to the heavens, making you lighter and less substantial than you should be. Your eyes glow with starry light, and your hair and clothes float and drift around you. When you have the curse-bound condition, you are enfeebled with a value equal to your curse-bound value, and you take the status penalty on saves and DCs in all form of forced movement. Oh, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So, like, you basically float away. Like, in essence, your character just, oh no, push. All right. I don't know. I don't know what the trade-off is like that for that. I think it's okay. The pushing is very specific, and enfeeble is strength-based. I mean, again, a lot of these abilities, a lot of these things, I don't imagine like this Oracle would be going up and trying to clobber people. You know, I don't. That's not my first forethought. So, I guess in a way, it's making things that are already weaker, and that makes it more functional for people who are playing these characters. You know, which is fine. I mean, the game is not about balance. It's about being able to specialize in something and do something, and I think that kind of fulfills that criteria. You get Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. Yeah, that's it. Oh, no! Turn the fans off! Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Maddie. All right. Well, that's a good one. I like that one. The Cosmos Mystery. Flames Mystery. Fire lives at the center of the world, the center of the sun, and the center of civilization. You might revere this elemental force, siphon power from the elemental plane of fire, or venerate a collection of deities, such as Asmodeus, Sarenrae, the TNA's god of disaster and volcanoes, Lady Nanbyo, or the elemental lord of fire, Ymri. Granted spells Ignition, which is your catch on fire, Breath of Fire, Blazing Bolt, Fireball. And your revelation spells are Incendiary Aura, Whirling Flames, and Flame Fuselage. Okay, so this, I reckon, is going to be a popular one. Much like Battle, I think, is going to be very popular. I think this one will be as well. Your related domains are Dust, Fire, Star, and Sun. Your mystery is Acrobatics, and your Oracle feat is the Foretell Harm. Don't know what that'll do, but it'll be later on. I'm originally imagining an Oracle character who comes from a long line of clerics, but chose not to follow in their footsteps, but has access to their magic, so they're disapproving of their choice. Ooh, that's cool. I like that. I'd probably say that would be maybe an ancestor Oracle. That makes sense, especially with the whole tradition thing. Alright, Curse of Engulfed Fame. So what is the curse associated with this? Fires flare noticeably, though not dangerously, in your presence. You occasionally smoke slightly, and your body is almost painfully hot to the touch. When you have the curse-bound condition, you catch fire, taking persistent damage equal to your curse-bound value. The flames shed a light like a torch, and if you enter an environment where they could not burn, such as underwater, you simply seethe with flameless heat. The flame subsides when you begin refocusing to assuage your corpse. God, come on. Assuade your curse, or you fall unconscious, but they resume if your refocus activity is interrupted or when you return to consciousness. Dang. Dang, dang, dang. I need to find out what refocus does. Because here's the thing. So, refocus. So if you use one ability for your curse-bound stuff, you then gain 1 persistent fire damage, which does not seem like much. Let me just double check that. Equal to your curse-bound value, right? So that's only one damage, right? But to refocus, you have to spend 10 minutes performing deeds to restore your magical connection, restoring a focus point. But 10 minutes is 100 rounds. And 100 rounds of being on fire, taking 1 damage, maybe it's just my maths, but that seems like you would take 100 damage. And that doesn't matter what level you are. Like, at what point is taking a curse not going to just straight up kill you? And the worst bit is if you fall unconscious and you get back up, it starts up again. Because it literally says it resumes if you refocus activity is interrupted. Oh, okay, hold on. Never mind. I'm dumb. I am dumb. Nope. Yes. When you start refocusing, that is when the curse stops. But if the refocus... So, yeah, you do not burn while you are refocusing. Good. Excellent. Wonderful. Good news. Okay. So that means you do need to refocus quite a lot. Player Fire Genasi. Oh, yeah, true. Interesting. That is a great point, Australis. Because it doesn't say the damage can't be reduced. So if you do end up playing a something with fire resistance, you can effectively just ignore your curse. I think in the spirit of what it is, if you did play something like that, I would still have you take damage. And here's why. I think in the back of my head, looking at the curses in the sense of divine punishment and like the fact that it still burns you underwater, these are not regular flames that deal fire damage. You know, I would say that these would deal like cursed fire damage, like black flames or whatever, and they would still do the damage. Mostly because, for me, it would be building your character to counteract these mechanics rather than playing a character who in earnest is, you know, who has been afflicted by this curse. So yeah, I think I'd make it more like special. I'd make it like, you know, a black flame or a white flame that like burns through your body, but I'd still have a character with fire resistance take this damage regardless of any way they can try to stop it. I think anyway. That's my thoughts. All right, life. Oh, life. Oh, life. Oh, life. All right. The never-ending flow of life flows within you. Force within living beings is palpable to you. You might uphold the sanctity of life, or perhaps you seek to undermine it. You might draw power from the collective vitality of the world's living creatures, or hold on to some connections to creation's forge, or revere a collection of deities, including Airori, Pharasma, Sarenrae, and the god of medicine, Ki-Zong. Granted spells of Vitality Lash, Soothe, False Vitality, and Grisly Growth. Revelations are Lifelink, Delay Affliction, Greater, and Life-Giving Form. Those sound like very familiar spells and abilities, all of which are major healing ones from the original Oracle. Skill Relay Domains of Death, Healing, Pain, Soul. Mystery is Medicine. Nudge the Scales is your feet. Okay, cool. I've always had an interesting idea with a Life Oracle. I wanted to play a Life Oracle who actually is a like violent paladin, right? And he just wants to kill people. He's like so violent and he's so angry. But every time he tries to, he ends up healing people. Like he basically blesses them. He basically like heals them, protects them. So, you know, he's just a very confusing character. I haven't figured out a way to play him yet. But little things like, you know, okay, cool. I grab my sword and I go to slash at this guy. But as I do so, I cast shield on him. It's like, what? Yeah. Damn it. And then just start yelling, you know, no, not again. I want to kill this guy. And then just weird out or freak out the NPC. Would be fun. But I have no idea how to play it. Yeah. Redemption Paladin. Yeah, but he doesn't want redemption. That's the thing, is he does not want it. He just accidentally keeps, like, you know, being thwarted in his violent, angry things. Let's see. Okay. Curse of Outpouring. Life energy flows out from you and connects to all living things, but you expend your vital essence to do so. Yada yada. Okay, as your life force seeps outwards, it becomes more difficult to keep your body functioning. Magical effects that restore hit points to you take a status penalty equal to your level, times your curse-bound value. Oh, okay. Interesting. So you can heal other people super well, but your healing is super nerfed. So any healing you receive is reduced by your level multiplied by your curse-bound value, which, you know, early on could be like your level times 2, but later on your level times 4. That's a lot of hit points to be ignoring. Ooh, that's a tough one. Hey, Hot Bandicoot, good to see you. Welcome in. How are you, buddy? Okay. Wow, yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah, so it's a very much a self-sacrifice one for the healing one, which I like because I think in first edition a lot of life oracles were just that. They were just beasts who would just heal like crazy. But I like the fact that these oracles kind of give them a Sir Poobit, welcome in. First time chatter, huh? Okay, I guess. How are you? Okay. Maybe it's the first time since they had the first chatter thing that they've labeled you as that. I don't know. Either way, welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you guys are doing good. Doing great. Doing amazing. Yeah, no, it's been a while. I am heading to Gen Con on tomorrow morning. So, you know, there you go. Oh yeah, must be another Sir Purbit that does. Yeah, absolutely. Glad to hear you're keeping well, Bandicoot. Yeah, we are just reading the Oracle, which is kind of like in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, it's kind of like a sorcerer version of a cleric. So they get a mystery, and then they get cursed by a god, but then they get like spontaneous spells. So yeah, we're just reading on the Life Cleric, who gets a bunch of the Life Oracle, who gets a bunch of cool healing, but also gets cursed in the fact that they actually get stunted healing on themselves. Yeah, the D&D favored soul. Yeah, oh man, I love the favored soul. That was a good one from the old editions. Anyway, as I was saying before, the old Oracle of Life used to just be a powerhouse healer, and that was what you would see. You would just see somebody who could outpace the damage on most creatures through healing. The fact that they are now vulnerable, I kind of like, because now it makes it so that, yeah, you are now a heal bot, but if you get injured, you're gonna have a bad time. But thankfully, it's only magic effects. So you can heal normally, like through sleeping and stuff like that, at your normal level. But magic healing, you know, if you get brought down to low hit points, you need to either have really powerful heals that'll do very little, or you need to find a way to get the hell out of there. So I do like that there is that new dynamic for them. So yeah. Wish you could join us at Gen Con. Alas, safe travels. Oh yeah, no, it would be good to see you too. Like, I mean, I know Quincy's going to be there as well, so, you know, and Cole, I imagine, is going to be there. I think I heard Cole was going to be there. Yeah, so many people are going to be there, so, you know. Squire, protect me, I must heal the party. Yeah, but my lord, they're rather big, and they're orcs with giant swords. Do not worry, I will heal all of your injuries and wounds, so long as you protect me. Okay, my lord. Big axe comes in. Ah! Ah, I see. The healing has been done. And now you must... All of a sudden, arrow hits the freaking oracle. I'm dying. Save me, Squire. Just the whole scene. Squire's like, no! What have I done? Poor thing. Anyway. Oh, my brain just started ticking. Hold on. So cool. Imagine playing a character who is completely and utterly like just he's diseased and cursed, and like he's in bed, he can't walk, they have to like drag him around in like a cart. This character who is so ill that he cannot move his body, but is like the healer of the group. And, you know, literally like just like blasts people with like this massive amount of healing, but then like is dying himself. Like because of how much life force he gives out to people, he is literally just like suffering and slowly dying, but wants to be of some use before eventually he just passes away. Yeah, like always one hit away from death. Exactly. Oh, that'd be so cool. That would be kind of cool. Ah, okay, cool. Maybe that might be a character for next time. All right. Next mystery. We're looking at lore. Breaking rocks in the... No, not that kind of lore. We're playing with lore. Lore. And I always say this because the Aussies, we say law. It's, see, so you know, you're above the law, and I'm looking into some law. So, you know, it's the same thing. So we have to spell it. Otherwise people don't get it. So yeah. Watch someone strap a zombie to the shield once and drag them around. Oh, that's such a good idea though. You know what? Could you imagine what you do is you would have a shield and cover it with zombie heads, and then have them have the plague, and then just be like, and then you shoulder charge someone and they get bitten by like a horde of zombies. Just saying. Alright. Knowledge and information come freely to you. You might use this law to gain power to perhaps understand the divine mysteries of the multiverse. You might have a conduit to the fabled Akashic record, maintaining a subtle telepathic communication to a collective subconscious of all living creatures, or follow in the footsteps of deities such as Abdar, Irori's scholarly nephew Grushatha, the Fey triune goddess of Magd, or the Aeon god figure known as Monad. Still sounds like he's like, you know, name dropping. Revelation spells. So these are your focus spells. You have Brain Drain, Access Law Greater, and Access Law and Dread Secret. Your granted spells are Read Aura, Mind Link, Hypercognition, and Nevermind. Okay. Related domains are knowledge, magic, secrecy, and truth. Your mystery skill is occultism and a lore skill of your choice. And your oracle feat is whispers of weakness. Okay, cool. We got some cool stuff there. Coming soon to the next time Dag runs. Yeah. You know what? If I did run Curse of Strahd, I may run it as a Pathfinder game. That'd be a lot of fun. I think I'd have a lot of fun with a Curse of Strahd game that is done using the Pathfinder system. You know what? I say that about all things. If I played any RPG and it's Pathfinder, I would have a great time. Do I want breakfast? Nah, I don't want breakfast. I'm good. I got my juice. Okay. Ew, Pathfinder. I know. All right. Curse of Torrential Knowledge. You have a link to the truly divine knowledge, but your mortal mind struggles to process and act on what you know. Loose materials around you, such as dust, grains of rice, and droplets of water, slowly shift to form strange runes or faint deciphered writings. And you sometimes speak unintelligible truth or statements in unknown languages without realizing it. You take a status penalty to your perception and will saves equal to your curse-bound value due to the torrential distractions of unasked-for knowledge flooding into your mind. If you are curse-bound 4, you additionally cannot speak, use linguistic effects, or otherwise communicate with your allies and are stupefied for 1 round. Damn! Okay, that's actually pretty good. I like that. So there used to be an old Oracle curse that had tongues, so when you were in stressful situations, you couldn't speak, but it made things difficult. I like the fact that your curse, if you are curse bound and you hit your maximum curse level, you then can no longer speak. I think that's really cool, because then you have to lower that curse by refocusing, and if you don't, it doesn't end in battle. It just keeps there until you lower it down. That's cool. I do like that. That's pretty dope. All right. All in all, I think the lore mystery is also quite a solid one. Next up, we have the Tempest. This is the last of our mysteries. I wish Wizards of the Coast would make a Magic the Gathering D&D thing where you're a Planeswalker. I think there is a Magic the Gathering D&D crossover. I feel like there is. 100%. And I think that's what the new... what do you call it? What the new D&D book is. What's it called? Please hold, Sir Pubert. I will... It's D&D. D&D Beyond. It's D&D. Found about the Warhammer one the other week. Oh yeah, the Warhammer one's pretty fun. Actually, no, I'm lying. That one's shit. I hate it. I did play it. I just didn't enjoy it. That's just me. Here we go. It is Planescape Adventures in the Multiverse. So yeah, I think Planescape Adventures in the Multiverse covers like the Magic the Gathering style of the Planewalkers and stuff. I think. Pretty sure. Okay, what's over here? Good. Excellent. Alright. Next up, the Curse. Tempest. So the next mystery is storms and thunder and lightning and all the frightening things. The fury of the wind and waves pound in your heart, whether your power flows from natural storms, a conduit to the elements of planes of air or water, or through the reverence of deities such as Gozre, the Tengu god of storms Hei Feng, the pirate queen Besmara, or the elemental lords of air and water. The Oracle of Freaking Out Dogs. Yes, that's it. Oh, that's very sad. Granted spells: Electric Arc, Thunderstrike, Hydraulic Torrent, and Chain Lightning. Pretty solid spells. Those are like almost the must-haves for a lot of wizards. Revelations: your Tempest Touch, your Thunder Burst, and your Tempest Form are your revelation spells. Your domains are air, cold, lightning, and water. Your mystery skill is nature, and you have the Oracle feat Foretell Harm. I like all those. All pretty solid. Another very caster-based blaster type thing. Curse of Inclemental Headwinds. No, that is like the single most annoying fucking curse on this list so far. Hold on. The weather always seems to oppose you in a large way, in ways large and small. Even when you are at calm and rest, your hair and clothing are inconveniently blown about by gentle winds. You are slightly damp from the faintest drizzle. And your tuft often comes with a static shock. When you have the cursed bound condition, you are opposed by the elements in the following ways. Lightning is drawn to you. You gain electricity weakness for 2, and electricity spells have an additional effect for creatures holding metal. They treat you as if you were wearing metal. Any immunity to resistances are suppressed. Blowing winds impose a -2 penalty to your ranged attacks, and then again upgrading that to electricity weakness equal to 5 plus your level. And the raging winds push you back, imposing a -10-foot status on all your speed. Fuck a doodle-doo. That is the single worst fucking curse ever, right? Is it the most broken? Is it the most hindering? Absolutely not. But by fucking thunder would I just be... Could you just imagine, even that first one, just having your hair just constantly blown in your face? Okay, listen, Your Majesty, I just wanted to thank you for inviting us here to go on your quest, and it's just how do you make a person want to commit suicide? This curse, honestly, couldn't live with it. I would never use my curse abilities. Always wear in your head. I didn't really hear the Aussie in my voice till I said fuck a doodle doo. Yeah, thank you. No, I work with a lot of Americans and Canadians, so my voice sort of has a bit of a yuppie Australian. I do have a very thick Australian accent when I want to, or it depends on who I'm talking to. But yes. Yeah, you'll often hear it. It comes out, you know. Happens when you live in Australia. Alright, Oracle feats. Here we are. Big list. Actually, the list isn't actually that bad. So if we have a look at the Oracle feat list, it's actually not bad. So far the biggest lists, I think, were the Barbarian and the Monk. I think they were the two biggest ones. But let me have a look at the Monk real quick. Yeah, the Monk was massive. Actually, I want to check this. So the Monk... Where's the Barbarian? Barbarian, here we go. Oh, the Monk and the Barbarian were almost the same. I think I think the barbarian might just... Oh no, I broke it. Load, there we go. I think the barbarian just has it. Oh no, it's the same. They have the same. They have exactly the same. So yeah, monk and barbarian are exactly the same. The oracle does not have nearly as many. The oracle almost has like just over half of the feats that the barbarian and the monk get. So there you go. Don't wear dresses or skirts or kilts. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Trying to have a smoke. Fuck. Yeah, monk is an educated barbarian. Maybe. I don't know, educated would be the right word, but yes. Alright, here we go. Oracle feats. Now, again, we are speed throughing this. If anyone wants me to read, focus on, or discuss any of these as I am going through, do let me know. I will go back, I will pause, that kind of thing. Okay. Foretell Harm, level 1 feat. It is a free action. Your previous action was to cast a non-cantrip spell that dealt damage. At the beginning of your target's next turn, takes damage equal to twice the triggering spell's rank as a seemingly random and minor misfortune hits it. The damage type of the misfortune is based on the spell. For example, if you did fire damage, you may find that something catches fire, like a torch ignites a little bit, or you burn your hand or whatever. Okay. And that's a free action once per round. That's kind of nice. That's like a nice little extra, like, fuck you. I kind of like that. Yeah. No, that's just a tiny little free bit of damage. Why not? Glean Lore. You tap into the lore of the divine. Attempt a religion check to understand knowledge. GM sets the DC. Recall knowledge. Yada yada yada. Critical success. You comprehend the lore accurately. Gain a useful clue about the divine situation. You learn 2 pieces of information about a topic. Okay, cool. So it's just... So, what is the difference between this and recall knowledge in general? So I think this is supposed to be akin to an augur, maybe. Oh yeah, no, the text is way too small. I'm just kind of like showing everyone so that, you can kind of see. But no, yeah, you won't be able to read it. So I'll read it out again. Also, Odd Bandicoot, 24 months, 2 years, you bloody legend, you. Thank you so much. Alright, so hold on. So let's, you tap into the collection of lore of the divine, accessing a variety of potentially useful information. Attempt a religion check to understand the information you gain. The GM sets the DC similar to recall knowledge, potentially adjusting the DC for topics far removed from your mystery. So I think the biggest thing there is using your religion in place of a lore check. That would be my thought. Which isn't bad. It's not bad. Nudge the scales. You lay a finger on the scales of life and death. You restore hit points equal to 2 plus double your spell level to one creature within 30 foot. In addition, you can meditate during your daily preparations to place yourself on one side of the scales. Choose life or death. If you align yourself with life, you are healed by vitality healing, as most creatures are. If you align yourself with death, you gain void. This will be a must for the... This might be a must for the bones one, where you take damage from both vitality and void. So there's that. But this, this one then means that you at least get to pick one to heal. So yeah, I think bones is definitely the way to go for that one. He blew it up on the TV, so now you can read it. Well, good. I'm glad. Yeah, no one's got any chance of reading this if you're using your phone. Okay. So nudge the scales. Like nudge the scales. Very useful. Auricular warning. Okay, here we go. You are about to roll initiative. You have a premonition about danger. Each ally within 20 foot gets a +2 on their initiative roll and gains temporary hit points equal to half your level for a minute. If you're curse bound 2 when you use it, if you are curse bound 2 when you use it, the bonus increases to +3. If you're curse bound 3, it's increased to +4. Nice. All right. So auricular warning. That's really cool. Giving all of your allies a bonus based on your curse level. That's cool. I like that. Okay, here we go. So that's cool. Reach spell. You extend the range of your spells. Yep, cool, easy. Whisper of Weakness. You target one creature within 60 foot. If it has any weaknesses, you learn them, as well as which saving throw modifier is the lowest. You also come to understand its movement for +2. Okay, so learning about its weaknesses, getting a bonus to attack it, getting a bonus, against your checks and things. Cool. Those work. And also, by the way, these appear where you can see underneath Whisper of Weakness, it says Curse Bound. Casting those spells increase your curse level. So you only get those a certain number of times before you have to refocus and lower your curse. That's a good one. That's a solid one. Widen spell. When you cast a spell, you increase the radius or the range of the spell that you're using. Alright, that's cool. Like that. So these are like what we call meta magic abilities. I imagine that the sorcerer might have them as well. The reach, the widen, that kind of thing. So, we'll see. Cantrip expansion. Gain more cantrips. Easy. Divine Aegis, a reaction. You attempt a saving throw against a magical effect, but you haven't rolled yet. A barrier offers protection, but leaves you exposed to divine energy until the beginning of your turn. You get a bonus to your saving throws against non-divine magic, and a -1 against divine. Okay. So, you attempt a saving throw against a magic effect, but you haven't rolled yet. This confuses you. So, let's say, for example, I cast Fireball. And I tell you, hey, roll a reflex save. You can use Divine Aegis before you roll the reflex save to say, hey, I'm going to give myself a +1 circumstance bonus from Divine Aegis before I roll. What you can't do is you can't go, cool, I'm going to make my reflex save. Cool. I roll my reflex and then go, oh, I'm going to use Divine Aegis to give me a +1. Honestly, I don't see why. Makes no difference when you use it. I don't know why the timing of that is going to be important. I don't know if that'll add more fun to what's going on. I might just, not that I'd condone like being like, oh yeah, don't care about it. I'd be like, what are we talking about? Hey, Christina, good to see you. We are looking at the Oracle. We're reading the feat Divine Aegis, which says when you attempt a saving throw against a magic effect but haven't rolled the saving throw yet. It is a reaction which gives you a +1 circumstance bonus to that saving throw against non-divine spells. Now, what I was saying was, yeah, but that's the thing, Astralis, is it forces you to risk it when you might save it naturally. Absolutely. But again, I don't see how that adds to the enjoyment or the value of this, Like, I think even if you saved it for later, it's like an attack of opportunity. Once they move, yeah, you make your swing and you go to hit them, but you know that they're going to move. If they cast a spell and you haven't made the saving throw, and, they want to cast it, it's like, it's a +1, like doing it beforehand or after. It's, like sometimes you might need that +1, sometimes you won't. And you'll waste it 90% of the time because it's only a +1. The margin of error that +1 is going to make a difference is so minute in most cases. You know what I mean? At best, it's like a 5% chance on occasion. That's kind of how I feel about it. But yeah. Anyway. Divine Angus is a rare medium stake. Aegis. Aegis is an old Greek thing for the shield. The Aegis is it's like an impenetrable shield or something like that. Yeah, and it doesn't work against divine magic. Exactly, and it doesn't work against divine magic. So there is a lot of stuff that just it doesn't need to be as restricted, I think. All right, domain acumen. Every oracle of mystery touches on a divine domain. You can access power to it. Choose a domain associated with your mystery, and you can cast revelation spells, selecting multiple times and getting multiple domains. Okay, cool. So that's not bad. That's pretty good. Okay, yep, like that one. Meddling futures. You open yourself to the guidance of whatever spirits power deigns to help you. Roll a d4 and see what type of spirit is drawn to you. Your next action must be the type of action the spirit prefers. Also, you gain the listed benefit. If you attempt to do a different action, DC 6 flat check or the action is lost. Okay. Warrior, you must do a strike. Adept, you must make perception. Sage, you must cast a spell. Wanderer, you must stride. Interesting. If you strike, you get a bonus to your attack and damage. If you perceive, you get a bonus to your spell, or to your perception. If you cast a spell, you increase the damage or healing. And if you wander, you get a bonus to your speed. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Oracle's a fancy term for gypsy fortune teller. Kinda, yeah, a little bit. It's like a cleric. It is to a cleric what a sorcerer is to a wizard, basically. They are prepared spellcasters. They basically steal powers from various gods. They're cursed for their efforts, but they get access to divine miracles and stuff. So yeah. Woo! 3 streak. Nice. Leaving to take a nap before my back to my BG3 versus Mass Effect Trilogy game race with your husband. Night! Good night, Cass. Have a good sleep. I'll probably still be here later on. Yeah, we're going to try and get through this one, and then we're going to try and get through the Sorcerer. And even if, actually, you know what? Even if we don't get through the Sorcerer, we can save Sorcerer Swashbuckler for later. Because the Oracle might have a bit more, but we'll see. Alright, here we go. Where are we at? Yes. Bespell Strike. Free action once per turn. Your most recent action was to cast a non-cantrip spell. You siphon energy into one weapon or wielding, yada yada yada. Until the end of your turn, the weapon or unarmed attack deals an extra 1d6 force damage and gains the divine trait if it didn't have it already. If the spell dealt different type of damage, the strike deals that type of damage. Nice! So you cast a spell, like say Fireball, and then you can then put fire on your weapon, and then you can use your weapon as a flaming weapon. That's dope. I like that. And that's a free action. There's a lot of free actions these dudes are getting. Knowledge of Shapes. Reach a Widened Spell. You may use Reach a Widened Spell as a free action. Nice. 1,000 Visions. Vision grants you details of your immediate surroundings within 30 foot. You do not need to succeed a flat check to detect concealed creatures. You are not off guard to creatures hidden in that area. You only need a DC 5 flat check to target the hidden creature beyond 30 foot. Excuse me, beyond 30 foot, the visions become overwhelmed with too many possible futures. Lasts for about a minute. Okay, cool. So you basically can perceive the area around you, can detect hidden creatures, get a bonus to target them, and yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty dope. Guard me while I put all my spells into this sword. Yes. 6th level. Advanced Revelation. So you get an Advanced Revelation associated with your mystery, so that's fine. Gifted Power. You gain additional magic, extra spell slots at your highest rank. That's cool. Spiritual Sense. You have vague connection to the ethereal plane that allows you to notice spirits. While you're exploring but not searching, they roll a secret check for you to find haunts requiring searches. You can also potentially notice ethereal spirits and stuff. So yeah, cool. Okay, you can seek out ghosts. Dig that. Steady spellcasting. You can avoid having your spell disrupted when you're concentrating with a DC 15 flat check. That's pretty dope. That is pretty fancy. I like that. Can you bespell a weapon and toss it to another player to use? Good question. Let's have a look. Well, keeping in mind, it only does it until the end of your turn. So, no, not unless they ready an action. So the way that it would work is that person over there readies an action that when I throw the sword to them, they're going to take that sword and attack. Then I attack with my spell, which is cool, and I cast like fire or whatever. It then puts the flame on the weapon. I then use my next action to throw, and before the end of my turn, he grabs it and makes the attack. So yeah, that would be the only way I can imagine you can use a bespell weapon for another person to use. Okay, where are we at? Debilitating Dichotomy. You reveal glimpses of an impossible conflict between the divine and anathemas behind your curse. forcing you to reckon with another's conflict as well. You and one creature within 30 foot take 9d6 mental damage with a basic will save, and the target is stunned for 1. If it critically fails its save, you get a degree of success better on your saving throw. At 10th level, and every 2 after, increase the damage by 3d6. What? Okay. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Hold on. But why? 96 mental damage. I mean, okay. 96 damage to yourself. Where's the benefit? Where's the... Because you could fail and they could succeed and they could take half of that and you take the brunt. Maybe lifelink? If you take damage and you're spreading the damage among the whole party, for example? Yes, it does, because literally your brain turns to pudding and it leaks out of your ears. Oh. Alright, well, the self-destruct button. Why not, right? Alright, read disaster. You spend 10 minutes and open yourselves to the divine mysteries of the world. You have the effect of augury, except you learn only about the dangers ahead. Any results of good are instead nothing, and the results of mixed are instead bad. If you are legendary in religion, you may take 1 minute to read disaster. Okay, cool. Neat. Surging Might. You focus your power to overcome an enemy's resistance. Your next attack, you use casting spells. Ignore the amount of target resistance equal to your level. Again, Spirit, Vitality, and Void. This applies to damage the spell deals, including persistent damage and damage caused by ongoing effects. Okay. Surging Might. Seems pretty good. Nice little powerful blasty thing there. Yeah. An Oracle is a lot of mental magic. Not really a lot of mental magic. More Divine, Void, and Vitality. Just that one there is. And that is a lot of damage from it, so yeah. Hey, Mr. Life Producer, welcome in. Goes well, my friend. How are you? Quit yawning and making you tired. No! No, C Sharp. I am tired. It's freaking... I woke up at like 6 today. I don't know why. I woke up at like 6 o'clock. Got up. Had a shower. Played some Marvel Snap. And decided, you know what? It's super early. I'm going to go do a stream. And so, came here. Started streaming. Get more than 2 hours sleep. Somehow makes you less tired. Yeah, no. Battling with Roll20 and stuff, hating his formatting options. Hey, you know what? If you always want to, buddy, there's Fantasy Grounds. Costs a little bit, but I stand by it. I enjoy it. It works super well. It does the thing I need it to. Just saying. Come here, you. Okay. Alright. What are we at next? So, Surging Might. Water Walker. Nope. My jumps is putting content into Roll20. Oh. Oh. No, you haven't. You haven't told me something. Also, that seems like a horrible job. Also costs less since they drop the prices. Yeah, no. It's a really reasonable price. Also, with the affiliate link, with the affiliate link, Dag gets a little cutback from people who, use his link. I do hate the freaking partnership programs or whatever they call them. They're not reasonable. Because once people make the purchase, they don't really purchase again, And if they don't use your code, then that's it. That's fun. And as you guys know, I'm all just for what people do. Gets even lower during Steam sales. Yes, they do. So yeah. Alright, Water Walker. Let's look at that. When in the throes of your curse, you step on a supernatural buoyancy. When you are curse bound 1, you can stride across liquids that don't support your weight, but must end your movement on a surface that can support you. When you are curse bound 2, or worse, you gain the effects of Water Walk. Nice. That's cool. Dig that. Jesus. Yeah, basically. Oh, you're working with Chaosium, putting content into Roll20. Nice. Love that. Absolutely love that for you. Chaosium are freaking champions. I love the guys from Chaosium. and campaign coins. Mark Morrison is a freaking legend of a dude, as is Jason, who does a lot of their live streams and stuff like that. Yeah, Chaos Team are great people. Had a very, very fortunate time getting to hang out and meeting with them as well. But that sounds awesome. Sounds like a lot of fun. No, that's a lie. It sounds tedious and boring, and I would not do it if you paid me. Or if you gave me the alternative to pull out my teeth, I would absolutely do that instead. Not the look. You will always get an honest fucking thing from me. I hate Roll20. I really do, just so very much. You know, I get that it is the job. I get that there is a need, and I get that there are people who enjoy it, but absolutely fucking not. I do not like Roll20 in the slightest. I've tried using it. It's just tough. But yeah. I've been on a project with them for 3 years now on stuff. Hey, fucking awesome. That's so awesome, dude. I'm so happy for you. Really happy for you, dude. So COC on the channel when Ed does it. I mean, even though first that's true. I think they gave me no, they didn't. Maybe they did. They talked about giving me a copy of Terra Australis, but I think I turned them down because I just don't run Call of Cthulhu. No big reason. I just don't. Yeah, that's basically it. Doing what I can to make Roll20 usable. Well, you are doing fucking God's work, my friend. You are absolutely doing it. And I wish you all the best. I really, really do. Because, you know, I mean, look, despite my feelings towards Roll20, I love Chaosium, and you're a freaking stellar person. So, you know, like, the fact that you are doing your best, I think it's in good hands. I think it's, you know, for those of you who use Roll20, I think that the Call of Cthulhu stuff is probably going to be one of the best stuff that you can get on Roll20. That is how I feel. And yes. Forgot what I was doing. Quicken casting. All right, moving on. Quicken casting. So I think this, again, like I said, a lot of the things that we've seen before, Widing, Reach, and stuff like that, these used to be meta magic abilities, but now they're making their way into generic feats for these particular classes. I'm imagining the same thing for the sorcerer. We'll see a lot of these feats as well. So your next action to cast as an oracle spell is at least 2 ranks lower than your highest rank oracle cast. You can reduce the number of actions by 1. So as long as you are casting a spell 2 ranks lower than the highest spell that you can cast, it is a 1 less action, which is interesting because some spells might just be a free action now, which is cool. Like that. Yeah. Basically, Prubit, as Mr. Live Producer was saying, it is another VTT. It is a browser-based VTT. So Fantasy Grounds, which is what I use, has its own program that you actually load up and you run off. Foundry VTT, Roll20, and stuff like that. They are browser-based, which is kind of cool. So, you know, that's just how it is. Explain briefly about metagaming. I heard about this term a lot lately. Sure. Give me 2 seconds. So yeah, the advantage with browser stuff is it's very easy to make it accessible as a VTT to people around, because you don't need to download a program, you don't need to upload assets, you don't need to do a bunch of that stuff. The difficult challenge is that you as a creator as the GM need to continually move stuff towards the libraries and then keep everything organized and stuff like that. But if you want to actually see or manage your library of materials that you have uploaded onto the server, that is where things get very difficult and get very bothersome. Usually it's much easier to buy modules and things like that in order to have everything already organized for you. Otherwise it's just a really big difficult thing. VTTs like I use, which are desktop based, everyone needs to download the program, but once it's downloaded, you just download the assets and you have everything towards you. Browser based is better for content security. Foundry is better for customization. Yeah, I don't know about content security. Maybe I'm not overly convinced on that one. Mostly because I know about all the DDoSing and the amount of times that, like, because again, you can access people's servers from across other servers as well. So I have heard situations where people have just like joined other campaigns and stuff like that. just by managing to find the link, and then they're just in there, and they just cause a bunch of ruckus and stuff. So I mean, I don't know if I'd say better, but it is definitely something to keep an eye on, especially for again, sometimes it's just what people have access to. Let's see. Yeah, nothing's really secure anymore. That's true. I prefer basement smelling of mildew with huge whiteboard and minis. I actually, my youth center games, I have a huge digital whiteboard behind me where I do all of my sketches and stuff like that. I have my tables and things like that. So that's my preferred thing for sure. I do like my digital whiteboard. I wish I had one that I could use. I wish I could buy every one of my players an actual digital screen that we could all use as a touch screen. That would be amazing. But yeah. All right. Christina. Metagaming. Let's talk metagaming. Metagaming refers to when you use information that you yourself as a player have acquired within the game as your character. An example of this would be me pulling aside, let's say you, C#, Sir Pubert, and OG are playing a game together, right? And I tell everyone, okay, cool. OG's character is going to go and speak with, going to go to the bathroom. And as they do so, they bump into a fairy. And the fairy tells them that the group is going to be attacked by wolves that night. Be careful, shh, because the wolves, they're already onto you. And if they think that you are onto them, they're gonna jump out and attack you, okay? I'll take care of it in the background. Just go and act natural. So OG decides to go back to the group. And at this point, everyone else at the table knows that they just spoke to this fairy. They know that there are wolves ambushing. But then if you turn around and say, oh, cool, my character is going to now pull out his weapon and start sharpening it on next to the campfire. Oh yeah, my character pulls out my spell book and a gun. And I start looking at my gun and comparing it to my book. And I start looking and the other person is like, oh, well, I'm going to start looking in the forest, just out in the forest, just over here, trying to see anything. But the thing is OG's character hasn't told anyone that that anything is happening, but everyone is already behaving as if they knew the information previously. This is what we refer to as metagaming, because you're using meta knowledge to shape the actions of your characters. Now, there is good metagaming and there is bad metagaming. The good metagaming is stuff like C# is a player at my table. He has been invited to join our group. So OG, Pubert, and Christina, and OG, yeah, all of you guys are a group already teamed up and working together. And when C# joins in with his character and says, my character shows up. He has a hood on and he has a long pipe. He has a bow and arrow and some knives over by him. To then have your characters go, oh, cool, a stranger. We're in enemy territories. We've come here looking for hobgoblins and the like, and if they find out we're here, then our whole plan is ruined. Kill that random stranger. Now, that is in character, because that makes sense. But good meta is realizing that, hey, we want to invite this person to our table. We want this person to come and play with us. So instead of doing what makes kind of sense in game, we're going to make sure that he feels invited and welcomed to our group. So that is good metagaming, right? So no, it's not all about bringing up to speed. It's about what you do with your knowledge and how that interacts with what your character knows and what your character interacts with. So yeah, like think of it this way: your character does not know what you, the player, knows, and that's an important distinction. You need to always make sure that that is, generally speaking, going to be the case anytime you go into a game. You are only ever reacting as your character with the information your character knows. But there are some exceptions to this rule. There are exceptions such as, like I was saying, when you are inviting a new player into the group, or you're doing things that are just helpful. Like, for example, if you notice that the time is getting on, and we've been sitting here talking and making poop jokes for a while, and we're just like, hey, look, guys, we've got like an hour left to play. I don't necessarily want to sit here and keep talking about poop jokes, so my character is going to start getting a bit restless. They're gonna stand up and they're gonna go to the edge of camp and start packing up and getting ready to move. Right? That's good meta. That is meta that is pushing the story forward. That is meta that is welcoming the group. What it isn't is it isn't circumventing, cheating, or using knowledge to your advantage in those situations. So does that kind of make sense? Let's read some of these. Another huge example of gaming is knowledge. Metagaming is knowledge of a particular creature in game, like trolls having a weakness to fire. If you see a troll and everyone attacks it with fire, even though they've never fought it before. Yes, that is a very common piece of metagaming, Braun, is when people know stuff like how much AC something has, or how much, what weaknesses they have, things like that. Normally, it is customary to ask if there's a way that you can learn about these creatures, like, have I encountered this before, or what do I know about them? Yeah. Metagaming is while I play a mute. I don't understand. Maybe, but yeah. So basically, I've been playing it in my in-person group. Does my character know this? How are these characters friends? Yeah, absolutely. Why am I wearing these? I don't even need them. I'm not listening to music. It's freaking weird. Okay, anyway. Yeah. So that is the metagame. I mean, I've got a whole other thing I can talk about when it comes to it, but yeah, in a nutshell, that is what metagaming is. Do not metagame in these two ways. These two particular metagames will get you kicked off a table. Number one, if a GM is running an adventure and you buy the adventure and read it ahead in order to find secret doors or to know who's going to betray you or to do that, then use that knowledge in game, that is not on. I've actually had that happen to me once, and I caught the guy out because he told me about a secret door that he had no way of knowing was there. So I was really fucking angry at that. That pissed me right off. So yes, number one is if you are in a module and you are running it, do not go and purchase that module and read ahead to get a leg up. That's number one. And number two, do not just do not, how do I put this? Do not steal the limelight from other people. If they succeed, they succeed. If they fail, they fail. If someone at your table says, I want to search the over there to see if I can find something, and they go over there and they search and they happen to fail, then don't immediately go, oh, I'd like to search there now. Absolutely not. Don't do that, because all you're going to do is make that other person feel as if they were insignificant, or they weren't, like, oh my god, is that Lanta? Lanta! Sorry, I'm shouting too much. Hi! Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have none other than the Lanta Fanta in chat. How are you? Wait, no, stay right there. Stay right there. Thank you so much for coming and seeing us. I'm so sorry. I am such a shit friend. I have not spoken to you in so fucking long. I am so tired, Lanta. Lanta, I miss you. I miss you so terribly. I wish I could give you a big hug right now. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to message you after this stream. I'm going to say hello. I'm going to do that properly. And there, you have this. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. You are, yes, Lanta, by the way, Lanta Fanta is one of one of the earliest friends I made in the RPG scene. She is an incredibly talented dice maker, an incredibly spectacular Lego master, in case you didn't know as well. And she was one of the major supports now when I was, stepping into the scene as a creator and getting to know people and stuff like that. The amount of people that I know in the scene pales in comparison to this amazing sweet bean who is just friends with so many people. So yes, there, Lanta, so good to see you. I would definitely message you. Yeah. Fuck, I've been distracted. Okay, here we go. Sorry, you just made my day. You have no idea. I'm just, that's fine. Okay, yes. So bad metagaming. So yes, reading books and then basically just mechanically overriding someone else. So if someone else is doing something that they are doing in character, do not then just follow it up and do it again just because they fail. Or say you are entitled to something because you have the stats for it. I will speak to them because I have the highest diplomacy. Fuck off. No, do not stop someone else from being able to talk in roleplay just because you have the higher stat, right? Like that's bad meta. So bad meta is kind of like this, where you're playing mechanically with your meta knowledge rather than what your character would do in game. Your character could have like the worst diplomacy and you still have something to say. You should express it. You should have that whole thing too. So yeah, that's it. That's the thing. Okay, cool. Done. I hope that answered your question. If you want to discuss it more, put a thing in Discord and just put it in the Ask Dag chat. Because I will try to make a video about it at some point or another. But yeah. Ask to not automatically presume. Yes, and do not just do these things because you have higher stats or have a better chance of winning. Yeah, definitely not. I love doing earmuffs now for other place line. I love when he gets so excited. Really, stop. Don't make fun of me. Look, I spend 90% of my time alone in a room with a camera, okay? So when I see my friends, I get genuinely happy and I get genuinely excited. And you know what? Tomorrow I'm going to be starting a journey to go and see a ton of these friends. So I am very, very keen. So yes. But yeah, I'm going to Gen Con Atlanta. I'll be in Melbourne for a short period of time tomorrow during my transfer. And then I think as well on the way back, maybe. I might be going through Sydney. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, thank you. I will enjoy. I'll get to see Rob. I think that's about it. Maybe Dread, actually. I think Dread's going to Gen Con, too. I can't remember. But yeah. Let's see. So, reading ahead, knowing the hallway is trapped, so you push the loudmouth meaning in the back of the hallway is bad meta. Depends. Look, depends on how much of the loudmouth meaning there are. I think in that particular circumstance, Sir Probert, reading ahead and knowing the hallway is trapped and pushing them down the hallway is bad meta because you know there's a trap up ahead. I wouldn't read ahead. I would simply just push him and hope that there's a trap there. That is good. That's fine. So yeah. Oh yeah, no, I think it'll be awesome for him. Dread's been good. He's going through his own life journey, which has been amazing. I don't think we talk on occasion, but it's maybe a couple of months between chances for me to talk to the boys. I haven't spoken to many of the Australian creators for quite some time actually. Yeah, mostly been just head down, bunkered up, doing stuff. So yeah. Oh, that's so good. I'm sure he loved that. I'm sure he absolutely loved that. Yeah. And also, yes, I've been hanging out with my friend Duke from One Shot Questers, because Duke is a freaking sweet bean, and I love Duke. So there you go. All right, let's keep going because otherwise I'm never gonna get to the end of this one. So, 10th level feats for the Oracle. Hey, Lightning Wolf, good to see you. What if you feel the old? Oh no, my dagger slipped into your ribs. That then goes into a PvP discussion, which is an entirely different video. You know what? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna write these down. Video on metagaming. Video on campfire scenes. These are on my list. And a video on PvP in RPG. Love it. It's got rhyme. Why think of content? Chat when chat can do it for you. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's how I run my channel. Everyone knows everything I do here is completely candid. I am just me in front of a camera. You're not letting your boarding pass. You're not getting your boarding pass back until you finish reading the book in chat. Oh wow, savage. Keen to hear all discussions. Use our chaos for your benefit. That's true. Tag Christina, Candide. What? Okay. All right. I'm gonna keep reading. Focused. Focus. Yes. Here we go. Whew. Roll the Bones of Fate. A single action use. You need to be part of the bone or lore mystery once every 10 minutes. You roll a handful of bones to learn the future course of events, rolling a d4, and use the corresponding result below. Whenever you roll a Bones of Fate, any effects from previous usages immediately end. 1 is good. You or an ally within 30 foot can roll twice in your next attack or skill. Take the higher result. Nice, love that. 2, bad. A creature you are observing within 30 foot must make a will save against your DC. If they fail, they roll twice, taking the lower result. Nice. 3, you gain the benefits of rolling both 1 and 2. Oh, nice. So 3 is what you really want. And 4, cursed possibilities. You attempt to meddle in the forces of prophecy, bringing dire consequences for all. Every creature within 30 foot, when you perform the augury, rolls twice in the next roll and takes the least one to perform. If the highest number rolled is odd, take the lower result. If the highest number rolled is even, they take the higher result. If they took the lower result, this effect is a misfortune. If they took the higher, it's fortune. Oh wow, okay, cool. So basically you all roll. If the highest roll is odd, then it's bad. If the highest roll is even, then it's good. Which is good because it means a natural 20 will actually count. Won't kill a natural 20. That's good. But I think most people will want 3 on those. I love this. I love the aesthetic of this one too, because this one literally is like rolling bones. You know what I mean? Like it's that whole like, you know, the whole witch doctor kind of vibe and the mood. So I think that's both aesthetically really cool, and the mechanic is quite nifty, I think, because it always seems to benefit you. It's either bad for your bad for your enemies, and good for you, except for number 4, which it's completely random. So yeah, your DM might want you to roll for hush hush discussion. Yeah, that's true. Private Discord messages for work secrets. What's going on? I don't know what's going on. GM calls you out for seeing you passing notes at the table. I like my players talking to each other and passing notes. Honestly, I do. I actually really think I encourage it. If anything, I don't like when my players keep secrets though. Like when they have plans that they don't communicate. Like when a player, it's not a pet peeve, but like when a player turns to me and says, "Make a will save," I'm like, "You're not the GM. You need to tell me what you're fucking doing." And it's like, "Oh yeah, I'm casting this spell and I'm doing this and yada yada yada." It's like, no, I know you want to be like epic and cool and stuff like that, but I'm here to help you. You know, you're not here to try and one up me or trick me and stuff like that. I'm just an arbitrator of the rules. If you ask me for a will save and I need to change stuff, or if I go, "Cool, I'm going to make a will save and then I'm going to give you a result," but oh wait, actually it's a mind affecting thing and this thing's immune, or you know, I need to be able to plot all that stuff out. So yeah. Yeah, it's not, again, like I said, not a big thing, but it's just one of those things I know people like to do. Okay. So, what's next? The Dead Walk. Yeah, they are telling the story. Exactly. You beseech the warrior spirits to come forth and aid you. 2 ghostly warriors manifest within 30 foot of you. You each attempt to strike against the enemy creature. Then they disappear. The warrior strikes deal 46 spirit damage, and the warriors can flank with one another. Nice. If you're cursed man 2, when you use Walk Dead, you would summon 3 warriors. And then if you're cursed man 3, you summon 4 warriors. Nice. And they disappear at the start of your next turn. So it means that they do hang around enough to be targets, potentially. But they don't have any ACs or hit points. Interesting. Interesting. So here's the catch. Hey, see you, Bandicoot. Have a great night. Mwah. Love your face. Here's the interesting thing. If you can summon these ghosts and they last until the end of the next round, I would say that if they're attacked, they are ghosts, so it does nothing. They're just there as distractions, so they can effectively waste attacks with certain creatures who do not recognize they cannot attack those creatures. But if they get attacked with like ghost touch or spirit damage or force damage, I would say it would instantly destroy whichever one they attack. That would be how I'd rule that, I think. Yeah, I feel that. Let's see. It's always been a DM-GM versus the party. No. Only some tables are like that. Bespell Blade, toss to warrior summoned. No, because technically speaking, the spirit does spirit damage. So if the spirit attacked with a blade, it would need an attack bonus. It would need to make an attack. Yada yada yada. I don't think it would be. I think you could do it for aesthetic, but I don't think it would actually. I don't think it would actually help you with your Bespelled Blade. Specifically said to keep information from other players, which I also don't think is a great idea. And here, I'll go into that in a second, Marcus. But yes, I like when they pass secrets to each other, not when they keep secrets from each other, for a different reason. It's like Mirror Image with Undead. Yeah, it's like Mirror Image, but with Undead and special, damage that actually happens. Here's my hypothetical Ancestor Oracle feat. Yeah. Okay, so Marcus, real quick. If you keep secrets from your fellow players, as your players start to uncover stuff, their meta becomes trying to figure out what's going on. And the thing is it throws immediately not a mistrust on your character, but a mistrust on you as a player, because you are operating behind their backs. You aren't at the table playing with them. You are playing in a way at the expense of them. So you're like, I want to do this really cool secret thing and surprise my players. It's like, well, they're not your players. They're your teammates. They're there with you. If you want to tell a story like your character has a fall from grace, or maybe you've got a secret mission, talk about it front and center. Be like, hey guys, listen, my character is a guy. He's from an evil empire. He's pretending to be a paladin right now so that, he can kind of sneak in and kill the king. But it'd be really cool if you guys, help me tell that story, and, at some point or another, maybe I'll change my mind, or maybe, I'll unveil it to you guys. But, I want you guys to know this. If you don't say stuff like that and you start acting shady, then the players start going, why the hell is Marcus acting really freaking shady? It's so hard for me to actually concentrate, because all the time, Marcus is always just like, oh, I'm going to go off here and do something. Or I'm going to go over here and start doing this cagey thing. I'm putting something in my jacket, not telling anyone about it. It's like, yeah, oh, what's up? Like a thing, whatever. But the thing is when you do that, immediately everyone is like, hey, what's going on there? But if you've already told them what you're doing, there's none of that. They'll basically go, oh, we don't notice. And then you get to continue telling that story. It's my view. It's my thought. It's how I feel about it. Some secrets are great. Some secrets are fun. But there's definitely more benefit for sharing that information. But yeah, it's good. When I DM, they enjoy trying to kill him. It definitely would be a versus thing. Yeah, no, it should never be that kind of versus thing, for sure. But what was an agreement between you and the players? It's always important to talk to your players and get what you expect from the game. Yeah, exactly, Mr. Live Producer. 100%. It is all about your expectations and understandings. Even if you have a secret that you want to keep, you can be like, hey guys, I've got a character who's got kind of a big secret here. Do you guys want to know about it? Or would you prefer to find out during the game? And they might turn around and say, oh yeah, no, let us know in the game. We want that. And then again, they're still on board with it, So yeah, that's that. Fuck, we keep, shifting gear. Okay. I don't think I'm going to get a chance to do the sorcerer today, because we're only at level 10. But, we'll finish the oracle off for sure. All right. Trial by Skyfire. First of all, I fucking love this name. As Dag just says. How you doing? Yeah. Read the book, Dag. Yeah, thank you. All right. Your lips murmur as you port into great disaster. One you hope to survive. A rain of blazing bolts begins to fall from the heavens, and a 10-foot emanation centered on you. It deals 2d6 fire damage to all creatures in the emanation at the end of your turn. Basic reflex. You can't exclude yourself from the emanation. The Skyfire persists for 1 minute. While you can't dismiss it, you can suppress the effect for 1 round with the sustain action. The Rain of Fire is suppressed if you fall unconscious, if you become Cursebound 3 or 4 at any point during the trial of Skyfire's duration. The emanation becomes 15 foot and the damage increases to 4d6. It's pretty fucking dope. Alright, so you create a 10-foot emanation centered on you. Drops down on you. Now, it doesn't say it specifically, but during its duration, if it is centered on you, you cannot run out of it. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, no, I like it. I think it's cool. I think it's just an awesome bit of like extra fiery damage type stuff. And unlike the curse, I think the fire damage that you take from this will be able to be resisted by, like, you know, if you're a Nephilim or something like that, you should be able to use your resistances to negate some of it. So yeah, I think that's cool. And it's a single action too. It doesn't say. Oh, it doesn't say it doesn't stack either. Wait a second. So, if this is a Cursebound ability, Cursebound 0, Cursebound 1, Cursebound 2, Cursebound 3, in 1 round, you can put down 3 of these things, dealing what, like freaking 12d6 damage with 3 reflex saves in a 15-foot area. And then in the following round, put down another one. And then it's 16d6. And it's going to last for a minute. Which is 10 rounds. Hopefully, if you're immune to fire, you can just do this, walk up to the boss and be like, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, and then just watch the frickin' earth burn. That's pretty wild. Pretty wild. I'm surprised there isn't a, like, once per, you can only sustain 1 at a time or something. That's fine. Waters of Creation. The water is the source of life. You draw upon the primordial force to heal your allies. Gentle rippling ripples out from you for 15-foot emanation, restoring 5d6 points to creatures in the area. 12th level, it increases, and when you feel curse is higher, you heal more. Alright, nice. Nice little bonded healing and stuff. Domain Fluency. You command a deep understanding of your thing. Choose one of the domains associated with your mystery. You get an advanced domain from them. Cool, nice. Epiphany of the Crossroads. Once per day, when you begin your turn, if you are unconscious or have the dying condition. The crossroads between life and death is a place that can reveal many secrets. You gain the effects of an augury and the near-death vision, empowered by the realization and then losing the dying condition, becoming wounded and regaining a number of hit points equal to twice your level and stand. Whoa! Okay. Free action once per day. You literally just stand up when you have been knocked out, and you get an augury. You get like a literal vision of like something happening, and then just being like, oh, hey, you're up, you're good. Well, not good. I mean, you're healed a little bit, but you know, that's still pretty good. Oh, I do very much like that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like grappling and then casting it. Oh, be pretty nasty. Get knocked down and get up again. Yeah, that's very much it. Yeah. Okay, I think Epiphany at the Crossroads is definitely a powerful one. Level 12, it's a pretty good one for that. The fact it's a free action and not a reaction, that's a huge one as well. So yeah. The flavor is really good. Yeah, I agree too. Flavor is very good. Like the near miss is what do you call it? The near death experience. This literally feels like a near death experience. Alright, Greater Revelation. You unlock the next step of your Revelation abilities, which is cool. Magic Sense. You get Detect Magic as a thing. Cool. Just seems like the sense goes on and off. Cool. Forestall Curse. Once per day, you've learned to hold back your curse. The next action is a curse bound ability. Curse bound value doesn't increase. Nice. Okay, cool. So whenever you use curse bound abilities, such as the that Fireball trial by Skyfire, you've learned to hold back. If the next action you use is a curse bound ability, your curse bound value does not increase. So if you have maxed out your curse bound level, you cannot use this. But if you are one step away from it, you can, and then use it later on. So I'd say that, yeah, if you, because it specifically says you cannot bring your curse bound above its maximum value, which at the start is only 2. Then at level 11, I think it's 3, and then level like 18 or something, it's 4. So yeah, I think as long as you haven't hit your max, that should be fine. I think. Lighter than air. You get a fly speed. Nice. Love that. Whee! Mysterious repertoire. You gain 1 spell that is not on the divine list. Nice. Okay, I like that. So now you've got a spell book that can include other types of spells too. Alright, Revelation Focus. When you refocus, you gain all of your focus instead of 1. That's very useful. Conduit of Void and Vitality. You have Heal or Harm as a signature spell. You use Unstable Energy of your curse to manipulate, the most basic of Divine Magic. You can cast a 3-action Harm or Heal, expended slot as normal. If you do... if the spell restores hit points to 1 or more creatures, then 1 creature healed by the spell regains an additional equal to 1d8 times your curse bound value. Wow. The spell damages once more. Same thing. Okay, cool. So basically you turn your aura, your area of effect... No, hold on. Oh, no. Okay, so as 2 actions, you effectively cast a more powerful version of the 3-action Harm or Heal spell. So that is kind of cool. Is flying still 1 action? Flying with the lighter than air is you gain the effect of fly. So yes, it would be a single action to move with the fly ability. So yeah, yes. Okay. So wow, Conduit of Void and Vitality. That is a powerful one, both for healing and damage. Diverse Mystery. You broaden your expense. Yada yada yada. Select 1 revelation spell from a mystery other than your own. You can choose an initial revelation and advanced revelation. It gains a curse-bound trait for you. Ah, okay, cool. So now you can start dipping into some of the other mysteries at level 16 and using some of those powers. I think level 16 is a good point to be able to do that. And the fact that it gives you curse-bound as well, I think that's also pretty good. There's a couple of caveats here in regards to it, but I think that's pretty cool. So you could fly, cast Bespell, and fly at a mob. Well, no, because if you're talking about lighter than air, it is not a spell, and Bespell wouldn't would just be force damage. And you could fly at the mob. So yeah, you could fly at the mob. Okay, Portentous Spell. Your spell casting is rife with strange lights, mild fumes, and other captivating effects, befuddling your foes. The next action you use to cast a spell, if a creature attempts to use a reaction triggered by your casting, it takes a -2 on attack. Nice. In addition, the spell includes an attack of a saving throw. The creature you hit or fail to save is fascinated with you. Okay, so the fascination thing is really cool. So if you hit someone with a spell, it fascinates them. However, bear in mind, in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, not everyone has a reactive strike or an attack of opportunity. Only specific fighters and like people who take the trait have that ability now. So giving a -2 penalty to the attack is a nice little surprise for anyone who does have an attack of opportunity, but it's not a common thing anymore. Most of the time, it's actually super easy to spellcast or fire in melee range and stuff. So, you know, there you go. Watch some Pathfinder, but haven't played. Just trying to learn some stuff. Oh, hey, that's what we're here for. We're learning stuff. I'm learning stuff. You're learning stuff. We're learning stuff. All right. So, Portentous Spell. Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, just it is what it is. Blaze of Revelation. Love the name of that. You are curse bound 4 in order to use it as a free action. Okay, so this is your maxed cursed. Your mind and body can for a short time and with great peril surpass the final limits of your curse. For 1 minute you shed torrential flame, becoming surrounded by spirits or otherwise overflow with the divine power that suits your mystery. On each turn during that time you can cast 1 revelation spell without spending focus. Ooh. Focus pointless casting. Fuck. At the end of the minute, during any duration that you cast during that time ends, you must attempt a DC 40 fort save. Fuck. Critical failure. You die. Failure. You are drained 4. Can't reduce or remove this condition until your next prep. Success. You are drained 2. Can't remove this condition until your next prep. And critical success. You are otherwise unaffected. Fuck. DC 40. Hold on. Let me just check something real quick. So, presuming at your fort save at level 18, we are looking at master level at least. Actually, let's have a look. 18? Sorry, let me just check this. Expert. Interesting. Okay. So without a feat, it looks like expert is how high your fortitude gets. Okay. So expert, I thought it would be master, but okay, so without a bonus, so expert is 4 plus your level, which would be 18. So that'd be 22. Let's presume you've got like a 2 or something because you're not a primary constitution based thing. So that is a 24 on that. Which means at level 18 when you would get this ability, with a DC of 40, that is a 25% chance of death. Oh, sorry, no. My apologies. That is a 25% chance of a success. No, that's a lie. Okay, so here are the odds, because we're doing some maths. There is a 5% chance of you critically succeeding. Then there is a Alright, then there is a 40% chance of you failing. And a 30% chance of you, like, critically failing. So yeah, There's like a 30% chance for a critical failure. If you roll a 1 to a 6 on average, dead instantly from this ability. A 5% chance that nothing will happen to you. 40% chance that you'll be fine. And a 15% chance that you'll save. So yeah, but 30% chance of like getting wrecked. That's rough. That is rough as hell. So, admittedly, getting to cast spells for free for like a minute, so 10 rounds, you're just blasting all of your top tier stuff in excess of what you're capable of. That's really cool, but yeah, nah, fucking tough one on that one. Oh, all right. Divine Effusion. Let's see. Twice per day when you cast a spell, you can cast spells after you've run out of the appropriate spell rank. 2 spells cast with his feet must be of different spell rank. Nice, cool. You just get 2 spells that you can just pop again. That's pretty good. That's way more humble than the fucking Blaze of Revelation. I mean, admittedly, they're your spells and not your Revelation spells, which are more powerful, but still, at least it's not fucking gonna kill you. All right, Mystery Conduit. The power of your mystery, access to next time Exodus cast a spell of 5th rank or lower, has no duration. You do not spend a spell slot. Nice. Mystery Conduit. That is also not a action. There's a free action. Power of your mystery enables you to... Oh, cool. So, spells of level 5 or lower no longer cost you a spell slot and have no duration. Neat. I guess. Oracular Providence. You need clarity. Gain access to a deep refuge. You gain an additional 10th level spell slot. Neat. Love that. Paradoxical Mystery. You get the true depths of your fathomless contradictory spell. Yada yada yada. Each day during your daily preparation, choose one basic or advanced domain from any domain from the player core. One of the domain granted by your mystery, another domain you have access to, or initially advanced revelation 2 from another mystery. You gain spells. Oh, nice. So basically, you can now open up your divine casting to domains that you don't even possess. So this is very much, and I think that's the end of that one. Yeah, cool. So that is the Oracle. So I get the strong feeling that for the Oracle, it is entirely now about usurping and taking powers from the gods, which I think is super cool. I think for the most part, I am happier that there's more of a clear direction of where the Oracle went. I don't know if the Oracle is the right word anymore, though. Oracles were all about the future and fortune telling and providence and stuff like that. But this seems more like a divine usurper, effectively. You know, like if someone told me that a Razmiran was an Oracle, that would make way more sense. Razmirans, of course, being fake priests and stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff there that hits in that way, but I do like the fact that the Oracle stuff sticks in with the whole curses. So it kind of balances it out for me a little bit more. The powers definitely are more about taking powers from the gods rather than being given them or bequeathed them, which makes sense. And the curses, oh man, it's such a fine line. It's such a delicate balance. And I think the gameplay is going to be so much fun, where you are using your abilities to gain those curse points, but then also being like, oh, okay, I need to focus and bring those back down. Balancing those levels is going to make a massive difference as you play. And I think people are just going to enjoy and have a generally great time embracing the very different gameplay you're going to experience playing an Oracle compared to playing a cleric. 100%. Definitely feel that is the vibe. All right. Let's just take a quick look at the sorcerer. How many pages are you? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, it does look like you've got quite a bit of stuff to go through, plus all the different types of bloodlines and stuff. So maybe we'll save that for another one. And the Swashbuckler isn't too bad. And then we've got the Familiars. Then we'll hit Familiars after that. Okay, so yeah. So we'll do Sorcerers and Swashbucklers next, and then we'll go from there. Cool. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much. It definitely feels more, I don't know, fully Oracle. Yeah, feels like a mix of Shaman bit into. Yeah, it does feel like it's got bits and pieces of other things in here for sure. But for the most part, I still think that this here is going to have a lot of very interesting gameplay that I think people are going to enjoy. The Oracle as a name, I think that's just a name. I think it's fine. I think it's not going to, change anything if they modify it, if they don't modify it. I'm just really, really thrilled and happy that the actual way to play these things have now changed in a way that I think people are going to really start enjoying and really start leaning into as far as being able to experience a different type of divine caster. The cleric and the paladin on the champion definitely have the whole we are honored to be here. We are servitors to our deities and the like, and that's always amazing. These ones are now really geared towards the other side of things. We are just playing around. We're having a good time. We are making it so that we have to focus on our mysteries and these elements of the universe that we need to understand more than we need to be in service to a god. And yeah, I think that's pretty dope. All right, well guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. We will be back tonight for Gatewalkers, again, pending any emergencies that happen. My name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. This is my place. This is my face. You can find me here a number of times during the week. Though next week you will find me over at Gen Con. So yeah, go check that out. Plus, be sure to go check out my Instagram, where Dead Aussie Gamer. You will see me at the airport, hanging out, chatting, doing some live streams and stuff like that there. So cool. All right, take care. Stay safe. Be kind to each other. And until we meet again, game hard or die trying. Bye, everyone!